This last season with the Corpus Christi Symphony was a very memorable season. It was one of the most exciting concert seasons that I've experienced, and I've been doing this a long time. The first concert was a special concert for me because our soloist was Elizabeth Atkins, whom I've known since she was 11 years old. And when she was 13 years old, she played a concerto with the Fort Worth Youth Orchestra as concertmaster at 13 years old. And this many years later, she is now the concertmaster of the Corpus Christi Symphony, which is a great thrill for me. And she played the Beethoven Violin Concerto, one of the quintessential violin concerti ever been written. And then the second half, we played Pictures at an Exhibition, which is one of the most wonderful pieces of music and very descriptive, and it was a pretty special concert for me. Our second concert featured two orchestral members who are absolutely wonderful musicians and happen to be husband and wife, Jose Flores and Melissa Melendez. They played the Mozart Sinfonia Concertante, which is one of my favorite works and a magnificent example of Mozart's compositions. In fact, it was one of his favorite compositions, and they played it magnificently. It was a very special concert because it demonstrated that we have members of the orchestra who can hold their own as soloists with any orchestra in the world. That is very, very rare. Our holiday concert in December featured several wonderful, wonderful people. One of my best friends, and I almost mentor him, one might say, is Andres Franco, who is a up-and-coming young conductor, is conducted as a associate conductor with the Fort Worth Symphony, and served as music director of several orchestras around the United States. Andres is a wonderful, wonderful conductor. And our soloist was Byron Stripling on that concert, and he created an enormous amount of excitement. And the audience absolutely loved that particular concert. It also featured choruses from Corpus Christi, and they always are prepared magnificently and always give a thrill to our audience. Our February concert was very, very unusual and very special. Stewart Copeland, who was the percussionist in Police, and Stewart is considered to be one of the finest drummers in the world. There is a drum ensemble principally out of the Dallas Symphony. It's called De Drum. And Stewart has developed a great friendship with this ensemble and wrote a piece for De Drum that's a 30-minute work that is extraordinary. They commissioned percussion instruments literally from all over the world, from Bali, from China, from Eastern Europe. It displayed the virtuosity of these percussionists from the Dallas Symphony, and it displayed what a wonderful composer Stewart Copeland is. He was here, and he literally fell in love with the Corpus Christi Symphony and wants to do some more projects with us in the future. That's very extraordinary for an artist of his level and popularity to want to do something like that with any orchestra. And when he arrived, he thought, my goodness, this is one of the great orchestras. I've got to do something special with them. March concert was also a little unusual for the normal fare of a symphony orchestra, in that we performed a concert version of the great George Gershwin, Porgy and Bess. And it was an experience I think all of us will remember all of our lives. The soloists were Metropolitan Opera stars, and they were extraordinary. Every piece from Porgy and Bess was really thrilling for the orchestra and for the public. Then our last concert we just performed. And this was another very special concert for two reasons. The first reason is our soloist was Joseph Kallichstein. Yossi, which is his nickname, is one of the premier pianists of the 21st, 20th century. Yossi has performed with every major orchestra, recorded probably every major concerto. Yossi is a very special artist who brings something very unique to a piece of music. He makes it live and understands the essence of the piece and the message it's supposed to give, and has a rare ability to bring that message across the footlights to the audience. Then we played one of my very favorite works, a very exciting, extraordinary piece of music that features the orchestra in every section of the orchestra in a very thrilling manner. The French horns in particular are featured, and it was a special, special event for us. And this was the Mahler First Symphony. The Mahler First Symphony begins with a very still atmosphere with sounds of the cuckoo. And it is called the Titan, and it really is a magnificent Titan piece. I've never performed a piece that ended with such excitement. And that ended this great season.
In addition to the subscription concerts in the 2014-15 season, the Corpus Christi Symphony Orchestra performed 2 pop specials. The first pop special was Pop Rocks, Get Down with Motown, featuring the wonderful music of the Contours with the Corpus Christi Symphony Orchestra. A special guest with that concert was the Ladies of Motown. The concert was guest conducted by Lee Gwoats. The second pop special was Pops in the Park at Whataburger Field. That concert was amazing with over 6,000 people present. Pops in the Park featured the Corpus Christi Symphony Orchestra, guest conducted by Brendan Townsend. and a wonderful fireworks show and the Harbor Bridge lighting. The Corpus Christi Symphony Orchestra is so proud to have Wells Fargo as our premier sponsor of Pops in the Park. In addition to our pop specials, the Corpus Christi Symphony Orchestra performed the Patricia Furley Education Concert on Friday, February the 19th, 2015. There were 2 performances with over 2,400 students from all throughout the coastal bend, from the various school districts and even homeschoolers. The Corpus Christi Symphony Orchestra serves as the parent organization for the Corpus Christi Area Youth Orchestra. In the 2014-15 season, there were 2 performances of the Corpus Christi Area Youth Orchestra. Both concerts featured the 5 ensembles of the Corpus Christi Area Youth Orchestra. Thank you to our directors and to our parents and friends for making the Corpus Christi Area Youth Orchestra successful in our season.